Hey everybody, KC here. So, every once in a while a story will pop up on Morning News Beat about how companies are trying to be more diverse, trying to bring more women, people of color into management, and how they've set up maybe certain goals about who they want to bring in and when. And inevitably when these stories run, I'll get an email from people who say, oh, come on, don't you think they should be looking for the best person for the job, as opposed to setting goals for how many people of color or women they want to bring into the company? And I always think, forgive me, I always think that these emails are generally probably written by, white guys who have always gotten those jobs. And I think that for companies to try and have their leadership jobs to look like the people they're trying to serve makes an awful lot of sense. It's good business sense. It's not just trying to be altruistic. It's trying to look around and say, listen, we're going to do a better job serving communities if we look like those communities. It just makes good business sense. It doesn't always work for some people, but I think it's the thing that companies have to do. I think of this because this story popped yesterday saying that basically Victoria's Secret, which is being spun off from L Brands this summer, has named its board of directors. And except for one person on the board, the entire board of directors for Victoria's Secret is going to be made up of women. The chair is going to be a woman named Donna James, who is described as managing director of Landon and Associates, a business and executive advisory services firm that she founded in 2006 after 25 years with Nationwide. Another board member is going to be Ann Sheehan, a former chairwoman of the Securities and Exchange Commission's Investor Advisory Committee. There's also going to be Irene Chang Britt, who's a former president of Pepperidge Farm, now a senior vice president of Campbell Soup. Sarah Davis, former president of Loblaws. Jacqueline Hernandez, former chief marketing officer of Hispanic Enterprises and Content at NBC Universal. And Lauren Peters, the former CFO at Foot Locker. The only man on the board is going to be the company's CEO, Martin Waters. I don't know how they ended up with a man as CEO, but that's the way it's going to work. They're probably looking at Martin Waters saying, we need a little bit of diversity. The thing is, this makes an awful lot of sense. I've always thought about, listen, I know nothing about the marketplace that the Victoria's Secret serves, but it always seemed to me that it was a company that while the products were made for women, somehow the marketing always seemed to be made for men. I suspect we're going to see a different approach. We're going to see a different tone as this company looks to serve women in a way that maybe doesn't objectify them. Now listen, if I'm misreading the marketplace, then I'm going to be wrong. You can all send me emails, tell me I'm wrong. But I think that you're going to see a very different approach from Victoria's Secret because they looked at the community that they're serving and said, you know something? We actually ought to represent that community as just trying to, cater to that community in a way that piques the interest of people who are not in the community. I could be wrong. We'll see. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.